that. That should be good right there. Awesome. That's good. Make sure everything else is all good and hunky-dory. Nope, still need that light. There we go. Alright. So, go through the checklist. Anybody good? Anybody good? This isn't the checklist. Nope. Sad day. So, mic audio looks like it is good. Game audio looks like it is good. Making sure the YouTube preview is doing the YouTube preview thing. Awesome. And we're golden, everybody. Hey there, hi there. Happy Friday. Hope y'all are doing well here today, end of the week. It is the end of the week. Happy Mandalorian Friday, everybody. There will be 0 spoilers tonight. Not going to be talking about it, talking about plot details, nothing, any of that, till at least next week. So, got that out of the way. But it's awesome. That's all I'm saying. Hope you all are doing well here tonight. It is night 2 of the 5-star featured Immortal Hulk arena grind. I'm going for 1 to 5% milestones. I've got the 3-star, I got the 4-star in the bag. Going to go for the 5-star starting up with round 2. Curious to see what the cutoff is going to be. Shoot for that. And plus, got some other stuff I'm working on right now. So that is why I'm going for milestones. Currently sitting at about 8 million points. Cutoff for 1 to 5 is somewhere in the realm of about 22 million points. So between tonight, tomorrow night, maybe a little help in here and there for some points, should be in pretty good shape for knocking out that milestone. Before I get too far along, though, I do want to welcome the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. Always got cool stuff coming down the pipes. Always cranking out some new crystal opening videos, gameplay stuff. And there's some exciting stuff coming down the pipe, too. Can't get into any of those details, but be sure to ring that notification bell at the top of the page. Stay on top of that stuff as it drops. There is some exciting stuff in store, everyone. From the top, though, I want to say big howdy to Black Panther. Stopping in is Black Panther's #1 first in chat today. Doing pretty well, bud. How's everything? Hope you're doing well. How many points do you have for that 5-star Immortal Hulk? 8 million currently. Uh-oh. As I'm getting clocked by sparkles here. That's always fun. Hey, stop it. Stop it. There we go. Trying something a little bit different with my lighting. So I'm not sure if it's something I'm gonna like or if it's something I'm gonna keep running with, but a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter today. Yeah, cheers, Panther. Cheers. It's been pretty good so far. 8 million points was a couple of cycles. 1 cycle with the 6 stars and 2 cycles with the 5 stars. So that's where that came from. That's been working out pretty okay so far. As for a cutoff for Immortal Hulk, I'm going to still guess that's going to be high 40s, low 50s. We'll have to, of course, wind up seeing where it winds up landing. You know, once it all is said and done and dust settles and all that, but that's my guess, at least. That is my guess. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, though, guys. There has been some exciting news dropping in terms of stuff that's coming out next month. because of some unfortunate leaks from the Google store. So thanks to Google either pushing updates or pushing marketing before the intended release dates, or just Google not caring one way or another. We found out that next month's champs are going to be new Scarlet Witch and Spider-Ham from the Spider-Verse movie. Funnily enough, it's the Spider-Ham from the Spider-Verse movie, or at least they are completely lifting the design and the artistic styling from the movie for the character. What they're going to wind up doing, what their kits are going to wind up being, and all that is still tightly under wraps. But cat's out of the bag. We got a new Mystic champ, probably, and we got a new Science champ for sure coming down the works. So, which is really good. Science had been extremely lacking this year. We had Red Guardian earlier. Red Guardian is an amazing champion, and we had nothing the rest of the year until right now when we have iHulk and iBomb. So we'll have Spider-Ham to go with that. Tech just completely got the shaft, though. So that is a bit unfortunate. Super light on tech champs this year, but I'm sure there's going to be a number of stuff coming out early next year, too, especially to counter all of those newly horsemaned out mutants. Time to win. What's up, bud? Stopping in and saying howdy. Yes, we do apparently have a new bacon champ coming down the pipes. Sometime next month, presumably. So we'll have a Christmas ham. But yeah, I'm sure the guys over at Kabam are going to have some choice words for the Google store for leaking that early. Whoops. There was a quick little snippet from Spider-Ham's Special 3 that Trucos wound up leaking. Well, not leaking. It's not Trucos that leaked it. It was, again, the Google store that leaked it. Trucos just reposted the Google store video. So, that's how we know about that. Hopefully he's got a fun and quirky animation. Hopefully he's got a useful utility kit too. So, fingers crossed. Boink. So what's new, everybody? What's new? What's the latest and greatest? How is this Friday finding y'all? We are just about officially halfway through November already, which is insane to me. And at this point, we are 2 weeks out of Cyber Weekend, assuming that it drops on Friday and it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday bit. Otherwise, it might be a Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Not sure. Either way, 2 weeks out. So keep saving them units, everybody. Keep saving them units. Come on, Beardo. I always gotta be careful with Beardo. I always take it for granted that I'm fighting Captain America Infinity War. Because he's a really straightforward, simple champ, but then I'm not paying attention and I get clipped by a special 2 and it's just insta-KO. Billy stopping in saying, hey Rob, can't stay long, just wanted to say hi and tell the others to remember to like and subscribe to Rob. Well, Billy, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thanks for stopping in, thanks for saying howdy, and much appreciated for the plug. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And if I don't see you the rest of the weekend, I hope your weekend is a stellar one. So I'm going to sit on Warlock there. Let's do Doc Strange, Elektra, and Rhino. Today also is the inaugural arena grind stream for newly ranked up Ultron. Wound up pulling Ultron out of Crystal going for iHulk the other day, which is pretty cool. And since there's a level up event on right now, brought him up. So he is a shiny rank 1, level 25, 6-star champ now. And that is where he will stay. Hopefully at some point the Ultrons wind up getting a bit of a update. Fun champions, and you know, they were completely OP in the game when they first came out, being robots and having a reliable healing mechanic, at least for movie Ultron. Ultron has always been a bit of a joke, but OG Ultron, there was definitely a time where he was king. So it'd be nice to see him or both of them get a bit of, again, like I said, an update, either just to their numbers so they can actually pack a bit of punch now again, or you know, maybe an extra level of utility aside from just being robots that can heal. Time Twin doesn't really inspire me. So many other champs they could have brought in. I want to see Onslaught or Kitty Pryde, Jessica Jones, and the list goes on and on. Yeah, I was really hoping for Jessica Jones too to go with the Daredevil buff in December, supposedly. So it's a bit of an oddball, right? You've got Scarlet Witch, who is like the Marvel Now Scarlet Witch, who, much like Jessica Jones, has had that or a very similar model in-game for the last 3 years, and they just now are assigning it a kit. Much like Wolverine Weapon X has been in the game for like 3-4 years, and they just recently came out with him. Doctor Strange, Marvel Now, they kind of just repurposed into whatchamacallit, Sorcerer Supreme. But Jessica Jones is still outstanding, and you know, here we've got a new Scarlet Witch. So I posted on Twitter, in case you guys hadn't seen. Also, by the way, be sure to follow me on Twitter. That's a thing now, at Rob vonShoe. Post memes, post jokes, post stuff like that. So that's what's going on there. Anyway, on Twitter, with the new Scarlet Witch, I really hope and would be very surprised if they don't either have an OG Scarlet Witch Arena or an OG Scarlet Witch Cav Crystal at the very least. So keep saving them units, everybody. They're gonna be trying to fleece us left and right next month. Danger Duck stopping in and saying, yo, don't forget your JF rank up. Deserves a shout out. Well, you know, first of all, what's up, DD? Howdy, howdy, howdy. And yes, I won't forget the fix it rank up. So, spoilers, everybody. I'm working on a video right now where I ranked up my Joe Fixit for a bit of a gameplay and 2020 demo. See how he handles, take him out for a spin, see if I can get a handle on his kit, and then just see if I can't make it better. So, that is one of the things to stay tuned for next week when that posts. I got it shot, just need to edit it down and then thumbnail it and send it off into the world. But yes, there is some OP 2020 5-star Joe Fixit gameplay coming down the pipes. Real good to see you, bud. Real good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do this. One of these days, I gotta get on the Gambit buff. I've got Gambit. I've got Gambit as a 6-star. I got Gambit as a 5-star Awakened 5-star at rank 2. I have spent like 0 time playing Gambit. Not because I don't like him. Not because I'm not excited to play him. I just haven't had a chance to play him yet. So it'd be fun to see what buffed Gambit can do. Supposedly he's supposed to be really spicy, especially with a high block proficiency as a horseman, which is pretty neat. But one more thing for the to-do list. My next week here is pretty booked in terms of gameplay stuff, so maybe the week after that. I'm hoping that's on the beta server. No, that is on the real server. Don't worry, guys. Fix-It's a rank 3. Fix-It's only a rank 3. But even at a rank 3 level, you can kind of tell when champs are really good or when they're not really good. So I was thinking originally, I was like, well, if they're coming out with variant 6 in December or January or whenever it is, right? The next variant is going to have probably 3 2014, 15, 16, 17 gems, a generic, hopefully, and 3 of them at that. So if that's the case, I'm starting to wonder and figure out who I'm going to wind up giving them to, because it's a thinning pool. But at the same time, they keep coming out with these trophy champs, right? So OG Wolverine has 1. That's locked in. Hands down, no doubt. By the time variant 6 comes out, we'll know one way or another if OG Scarlet Witch finds her way into arenas. And if she's in arena, I'm going to get her. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She will be added to the collection, and she will be getting one of those. But that leaves the third one. And barring War Machine, who I know, sure, War Machine. War Machine's got a soft spot in my heart, guys. So War Machine would have it if he exists in game. Daredevil Classic would have it if he is made more readily available in game. But then, what about Fix-It? So we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned to the video coming out later on for more of my thoughts on that. But we'll see. It was a fun demo. It was a fun demo. All right, Panther. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And take care, bud. Alfonso stopping in saying, hi. What up, Alfonso? What's good? What's the latest and greatest? Happy Friday. And Pee-Pee. Hey there, hi there. Pee-Pee with the memes. So, shameless plug of the evening, number 1 or 2, depending how you look at it. Shameless plug, whatever it is. If you haven't already, I do cordially invite you to join the Rob Von server. It is the official Discord server of the Rob vonShoe channel. Got a link down in the description here. Click through, join up. It's a cool place to just hang out, chat when I'm not streaming. If you got questions, comments, concerns about champs, who to rank up, or who to use on specific paths, that is a great place to ask. If you got crystal openings you want to brag about or sulk about, always interested in that as well. And just as interesting as and exciting, if you got memes, you got custom art, fan art, whatever, that is the great place to post it, because I just love that stuff. So, again, Rob Von server, that is linked down in the description. Hope to see you guys there. So who here has gotten a chance to play with at least the 2-star version of iHulk? At this point, I would assume that some of you have gotten the 3-star version out of Milestones for arenas, if you had grinded out arenas, or lucked out and wound up pulling one out of crystals. Either which way, if you have had the chance to play as iHulk, what do you guys think? Because he's been buffed, buffed from the original content creator early access, and buffed from the original, release notes, right? So his rage lasts a second longer, plus it's paused during opponent specials, both of which are very much appreciated. But now that he's in hand, what do you think? PP says, just watched a new episode of Mandalorian. It was really good. Won't say anything else past that. Good, bud. Yeah, we got a spoiler warning, spoiler-free stream here tonight. It will be spoiler-free Saturday. It will be spoiler-free Sunday. Reason being is that I believe in keeping the experience pure, so to speak. And it's a lot more fun just watching it unspoiled. So next week, yeah, we can spoil the heck out of it and talk about it and all the new and interesting directions that the show can take now. But people complained last week about the episode is just filler, man, which I disagree with, but I see where they're coming from. Without spoiling anything, this week is not like last week. So very cool. I loved it as well. I'm very excited about what's next, and that is as much as I'm going to say about that. People saying, thought Sunday was cereal day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Peepy, my friend, you are like the segue in chief to shameless plugs here this evening, and I appreciate it. Shameless plug of the evening number 3, everyone, is to stay tuned. So Sunday, the channel's got a fun thing going. It is the Super Cereal Sunday cereal stream. Pour myself a bowl of cereal, something that I haven't had in years and years and years. And then we just chow down, we just play some MCOC, talk smack, and just have a good time. Do invite you guys to pour yourself a bowl of something, too. Either something you got on hand or, try out something fun, something interesting, something different. Last week was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and that was absolutely delicious. I had not had Cinnamon Toast Crunch in probably close to a decade and a half for sure. But it was really nummy. It was really nummy. So, you'll also have to stay tuned and see what the cereal of the week is this time. Yeah, exactly, Alfonso. Spoilers suck. Spoilers just straight up suck. Some people enjoy being spoiled, and to them, I say go for it. It's when, it's spoiled for everybody else. That's just not fun. So, for me, I'm a big fan of the Last of Us series, right? And, I was trying to avoid spoilers and successfully avoided spoilers, but in doing so, it was effectively a complete media blackout for me for a good long while until it launched and released proper. But, going into it, playing the game, enjoying the heck out of it, and then finishing it, finally, diving back into the internet again. It's like, oh, yeah, the spoilers for that game were out for months and months and months. So I, again, fortunately avoided spoilers, but it would have been awful if that game had been spoiled for me. So, Rob, you think they might add Jessica Jones or that new Doctor Strange that they never released? Thinking they might, since they are releasing the new Scarlet Witch. Jessica Jones, yes, I think they are going to release at some point. When, I can't say. I was really hoping for December just to go along with the Daredevil buff. Doctor Strange, though, I don't think so. They might, just because they've got the character model on hand already, but if they do, it's going to be I hope it's a complete night and day difference rework from what he was originally. Because that Doctor Strange actually had a kit tied to him. It was either leaked or data mined or something, right? But his kit effectively was copy-pasted and became Sorcerer Supreme. So to have that character have Sorcerer Supreme's kit just with a different skin, I would not be fun. So we'll see. We'll see. Not going to lie, I'm not super interested in Mystics right at the moment. I know Morgan Le Fay's got a lot of hype behind her for the champion voting poll. I think people are just really interested in her dragon, but she would be Mystic, and she would probably be coming down the pipes, and, there's always got to be a handful of new Mystic champs each year, right? But I would be okay if they pass on Doctor Strange. But we'll see. We'll see. But yes, getting back to the news, we got Spider-Ham coming out next month, and we got whatever they wind up calling her. It originally was Scarlet Witch Marvel Now, but I don't know if it's going to be something that ties in with WandaVision, even though that releases in January now, supposedly. Or if it's just going to be its own thing. I don't know. We'll have to wind up seeing. Or Scarlet Witch House of X, something like that. Which makes me wonder, is Scarlet Witch going to be a Mystic champion, or is she going to be a mutant champ? You know? Kind of okay either which way. Like, I prefer Mystic just because mutants have been done to death this year already, but... you know... It would be different. It would certainly be different. I think sometimes it's a T-Rex, or at least in one of those stories. But I think more often than not, I think it's a little pet dragon. So I've heard. To be entirely honest, this whole voting thing has kind of just like introduced me to the character. But again, I'm pretty biased. I'm voting, and already voted for Okoye. So hopefully everyone winds up finding their way into the game next year. I think everybody on that list could be interesting, and they had said separately that they were planning like a unique bit for each of the characters there. Like each of those characters that you could vote for would have something completely unique to them that they bring into the game, which would be really cool. With Spider-Ham, though, I'm really hoping that not only does he bring some like much needed attention to Miles and Spider-Gwen and OG Spidey, but wouldn't it be cool if they do like a reskin of Spider-Gwen, of Spider-Miles? Like, even if they don't put the shorts and the shoes and the jacket on Miles, just to change the emblem on his chest. From the comic logo to the movie logo, right? I don't know. I think that'd be pretty fun. Pew pew. Pew pew. Rob, do you have a high-ranking long shot? How do you think you would do against Doom and AQ? I've got Longshot as a 6-star rank 2 unawakened champ. How would he do though against Doom? I think he could do okay. Doom boss, I'm assuming, right? I think he could do okay. The thing is that Doom doesn't really have any buffs for Longshot to eat, so you would just really have to count on the big bursty blood damage from the start, right? Which could work. But I think there are other options, better options. Like if you are bringing Longshot for another path, I think Longshot could also chip away at the Doom boss. I don't think that Longshot would be like the best choice if you're just bringing Longshot specifically for the Doom boss. Just because his health pool is just immense. And even with the big, massive, bursty bleed damage, you're going to be dexing an awful lot to proc the big, bursty bleed damage. And that's going to get you the dex charges, which you can nullify and eat. So that would probably be problematic. Yo, the day Endgame came out, when I went to school, I had to cover my ears, and the one spoiler I heard was Iron Man dies. Which is really sad. Which is really sad. But it's a big spoiler. But did it ruin the movie for you guys? Because, like, for me, it's like, yeah, that sucks. But I knew going in, or had a really strong suspicion going in, that either Cap was going to get it or Tony was going to get it. Right? So it's kind of like confirming what you already suspected or already knew was going to happen. The rest of the movie, though, alright. Let's focus up here. Come on. Thank you. There's one fight in the books. I've come to really appreciate So Saith Doom. Not because it's an easy node, it's just because it's the easiest node. Which still isn't saying a whole lot, because you gotta... The intercepting one is always really risky. Boop. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. But all things considered, that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. That could have stunned me, and then that would have been it. I gotta be smarter than that. Sorry for the segue, everybody. I just realized that I hadn't moved up in AQ yet, and I wanted to do that before it got too late. Alright, that's basically blade done and out of the way. Just gotta play smart. It's always that first special too that could be potentially problematic. And because it's blade and he shrugs off debuffs as fast as he does, I can't charge up Sunspot's heavy against some of those flare charges like it would normal champs. But it worked out pretty okay. PP says, why should you never hire a T-Rex? I don't know, PP. Why should you never hire a T-Rex? Riddle me this. Alright, so that's enough AQ for one evening, huh? I don't even remember what's going on over here. Oh, right. I don't want to do this right now. Not really. Okay, so just unblockable special one. That's doable. And crash number one. 34 minutes into the stream. That is 10 minutes shy of the average. That's awful. Because they always come up short-handed. I love it, PB. I love it. I love it. Lefty stopping in saying, yo! What up, Lefty? How's it going, bud? Happy Friday. Happy Friday night. How's everything? How you doing? I am getting horribly distracted on tangents. Was doing, please don't, thank you. Was doing arena, got distracted, but with AQ, saw that my questing energy was maxed out, and I was like, oh, I should probably go burn some energy. What am I even doing right now? And I am doing the 4-star challenge, apparently. Come on, dude. Now, even though this is the second time they've done this particular this challenge for the 10% tier 5 CC, where it's like you have to use 4 stars or under, it still isn't making me like any more inclined to rank up any additional 4-star champs for this specifically, you know? Like, I've got the 4 stars that I've had ranked up, for ages and ages. And that's it. That's good. That works for me. I'll make do. Time Twin says, kind of crazy how fast Black Friday, Cyber Monday is coming up. Yeah, no kidding, man. 2 weeks. Come on. So many people have super high expectations. Yeah, but I mean, understandably and justifiably so, though, you know. They have yet to let us down in terms of like the 2 big offer weekends, right, between 4th of July and Cyber Weekend. And each time they keep like raising the bar farther than anybody would have anticipated, right? So, I mean, it's possible that people wind up expecting more than what we actually wind up getting, right? But at the same time, too, it's possible that they'll still wind up surprising everybody. I mean, it's definitely become one of the biggest holiday in game, you know, where you got people saving up literally all year for it specifically. Looking at you, Brian Grant, and others. But still, it's like, dang. So here's the hoping. Here's the hoping. It's something super spicy, something super interesting, and something super useful, too. Either which way, no matter what it winds up being, I'm saving a number of rank ups till after that. So I'm looking forward to it just for those rank ups alone, you know. PP's not enjoying the 4-star challenge, mostly because I only have about 10 rank 5s. Don't want to waste the resources. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Same here, because like the 4 stars I have are nice, but it's the same 4 stars I was using back when I was still using 4 stars, you know? So it's like, yeah, I've got Nebula ranked up and maxed out as a 4-star, right? I've got Karnak ranked up and maxed out as a 4-star. And it's like, I would not rank those guys up or max them out as 5 stars, but because at the time, they were super relevant as 4s. A couple others I've ranked up since then, you know, Red Guardian I ranked up Sasquatch, I ranked up Medusa. Those are the 3 newest that I have, but otherwise, actually, this isn't really good. This isn't good. Especially, dude. Thank you. Okay, now I can push you past it back up. I was gonna say, otherwise, that would have been really bad. I'd have pushed that dude to 3 bars of power, and that would have been game over. But also at the same time, too, again, because this is the second time they've run this, and they haven't changed up any of the challenges or the nodes for the class challenges, it's like, all right, well, Sparky wound up being a MVP for me on the tech chapter last time, and Sparky is being an MVP for me again this time around, so that's pretty cool. It's all working out. It's kind of freaky though with just how prevalent Tier 5 CC is becoming in terms of like late game or end game gameplay. How it's like, do I really want to, exactly what you're saying, do I really want to burn the resources to get my 4 stars through the content? Come on. Because so many of these characters share the same animations, I'm like, is there a second part to Sassy's Heavy, or is he just slammed down? Because there's other champions who slam down and then come back up again. This is going to take a really long time. Now, if you could just special, please. Nope, I'm losing out on the buff. Alright. Alright. Come on. Hey. How'd that clip me? Well, that's lame. I don't want to... I really don't want to Quake 248,000 sassy points. I don't know if I can Quake him, to be honest, once he gets his raid charges. It's going to be a really long, boring fight if I can, though. Anybody else have some jokes? We're going to be here a while. You know what they need to introduce in the game is somebody else who has a easily or readily accessible concussion. Right? Quake is... Half the reason why Quake is as amazing as she is because she can just inflict concussion immediately. Everybody else, you got to build up to a special 2, you got to do a whole song and dance, you got to do this, if that, then this sort of thing. It's like, Quake works because she just does it. You know, no song, no dance, no ramp up, no special cycling, none of that. It's just like, nope, boom, concussion. No abilities for you. I mean, the fact that she can just evade on heavy is the second part of why she's amazing, but if you gave that ability to somebody else, where it's like, inflict concussion on parry or inflict concussion on intercept or something. So still have a little bit of challenge to it and a little bit of downside. Well, that's it for me. Then, I mean, Quake will still be great, but you'd have other options. Sorry about that, bud. No, I mean, if I really wanted to challenge myself too, I would use anybody else except for Quake, but I was going to make a video about this at some point. Probably not next week, probably not the week after, but it's something that's been kicking around in my head. That if you want to have fun with this game, yep. If you want to have fun with this game, you really got to go out of your way to find it. You know? Fun being like using champs you wouldn't normally use in situations where you wouldn't normally use them to just see the cool, interesting interactions that they can do. But you got to go out of your way to do it, right? Like, you have to be incentivized to do it because you are looking to have fun, as opposed to fun is just something that happens when playing the game normally. Because normally it's just like, I don't know. I feel this way sometimes for me. You guys can chime in too, depending on how it feels for you. But like, hey, I've got a half an hour to play, right? I got to bust out, burn my energy in AQ. I got to catch up in AW. My quest energy is just about filled, so I got to blitz through that and burn that off. So, you know, I can get all of the loot from the monthly quest. And then, if I got some time, then maybe pop into Arena for a bit, right? This is where the fun begins, isn't it? But, like, there's no incentive to being like, hey, I'm going to play Mordo today. Why am I playing Mordo? Because he's fun. Usually, and that's why I think everyone's so, like, overly interested in the God tiers and the beyond God tiers, is because they can just cheese through content the fastest. Because at the end of... Right. Counteract. Well, I was really hoping that the neurotoxin would prevent that, but in retrospect, that would be something that would not be affected by ability accuracy reduction. Alright, so I'm probably going to have to burn a revive for this. But getting back to it, I mean, when I burn a revive, I'm burning it for Quake. Red Guardian would be the most fun option. Quake is the easiest and would require the least amount of resources. And that's very important. I think you get a stupid regen, and then for a 4-star, what's a 4-star gonna do? And that's it for Nebula. Bye. My newest MCU fan theory. A young, charismatic leader is elected in Sokovia. He is smart, daring, and his grand plan is to rebuild the destroyed country in his image. His name, Victor Von Doom. I think that could be fun. Now, would he already have his abilities, his talents, or would that be something that just happens to him later on in like a future like Fantastic Four origin story? Because I think that's the other thing, though, too, is, like, once the Fantastic Four get introduced, would you like to see an origin for them? Or much like Spider-Man's like, okay, you get it. We get it. They were in space. They got space powers. Now they're the Fantastic Four. And just, like, cut to the chase. How did that tag me? I would kind of prefer it that way, unless they come up with something really new and interesting, or just something that's super relevant to the MCU world that they've built already. Because especially like for them, right, being the first family and all that, it's like the best part of the movie is just going to be how like the chemistry that they all have together and the interaction and the dialogue that they have together. And especially then expanding out from that is how they interact with everybody else. Like everyone else who's left, right? Falcon Cap, Bucky, Wanda, I suppose. Any of the new mutants. And then all the new characters they're introducing too, right? Get out of here. Like, that is infinitely more interesting to me than another let's go to space and get space powers story. We'll see, though. We'll see. Suppose it really depends on who they cast, too. Because they haven't announced any of the cast for Fantastic Four, right? It's just they've announced Kang. And, yeah, no, I think that's it, right? Yay, I got 1 5-star generic Sigstone. Yay. Alright, guys, anyway, that is a horribly long tangent. Let's get back to some arena, huh? Also makes me wonder if they're going to wind up doing any sort of time jump. Right? So, like, right now in the MCU, it's still the future, 2030, whatever, right? Like, at some point, it's going to wind up catching up, but, like, it's still post-Endgame. So, like, Hawkeye's daughter is still a teenager or young adult. So she can still be new Hawkeye, right? But, like... No, not Hawkeye. Sorry, Ant-Man's daughter, right? At some point, yeah, I mean, Hawkeye Jr.'s, she's going to do her thing, right? But I don't think she's old enough yet in the MCU. And you know they're going to bring in Tony's daughter, too, at some point. But she's still a kid. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think they have their hands full. I want Will Ferrell to play the Fantastic Four as a mailman. Yeah. That'd be fun. That'd be silly. Either that, or since the Sony deal went through, you just have Bruce Campbell just randomly showing up just because. They should cast Mads Mikkelsen as Doom. Yes. Yes. I could really see that. I could really enjoy that. I love Mads Mikkelsen. It is always fun, though, to see him play against character, though, right? So, like, you know, in Hannibal, he's Hannibal, and Casino Royale, he's Casino Royale. But then, like, on the flip side, you know, Rogue One, you've got a different kind of character. Or in, what was it, Arthur? Different kind of character. Same with Giancarlo Esposito, right? Like, dude's a really fun actor. And right now he's Moff Gideon in Mandalorian from last season, right? But dude's been playing same Breaking Bad character for, what, 15 years? Just across different shows, different medium. Same with, same in The Boys, right? Same dude. Different name. Different suit. Same character. So it's fun to see when he plays against that as well. You can actually see him starting to flex his acting chops again instead of being cast because, well, that's the role he's played before and he's good at it. So let's just keep doing that. I mean, that's like Hollywood for you in a nutshell. Just keep doing what works. If an actor's good at something, that just have them keep doing that. Robert says, Eternals will take us back because I heard Thanos will be a youngster in it. Well, I think so, right? They're kind of like laying the groundwork for like either a bigger conflict or like a greater setting, right? I had heard that as well. And I mean, it kind of like lends itself to the name of the movie too, that they're just always around. We'll see if that movie ever winds up coming out. I think Eternals will be good, but not great. I think the first round of movies are going to be good, but not great. And that's kind of, you know, to be expected. I mean, you had Endgame being the climax of 10 years worth of movies and just like the biggest blockbuster to have ever busted blocks. So now it's like, okay, cool. Well, let's take that high and kind of like transition and slowly like build it back up again. So I mean, you had like, I mean, there was COVID, right, which kind of let the wind out of everybody's sails, cinematically speaking, by itself, instead of just being like bombarded with Marvel movies 3-4 times a year. But you know, I think people are ready. Would be interested to continue on with the MCU, the universe and stories and whatnot. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get the movies to the masses and make the money. Guys, can Red Skull be good? Can we just please make Red Skull good? Red Skull is so close to being good. I really hope that synergy he has with iBomb is good. Because Red Skull is so close to being an amazing champion. He's so close. He isn't, but he's so close. Cianmeal stopping in saying, what's your target for 1 to 5? I'm going for 22 mil. Cutoff is usually either a little higher or a little lower, somewhere in there, but 22 mil is usually pretty good, pretty close. Shang-Chi is going to have a tournament. Mutant characters are in the tournament. So long as the tournament is its own thing. If it's like World's Strongest, like from Dragon Ball, I don't want to say that's kind of like derivative, but we'll see. But I mean, mutants are coming in. Mutants are coming to the MCU. Namor's going to be in Black Panther 2 because they already teased that in Endgame. It's going to happen. Deadpool 3 is supposedly in the works, and that's in canon because Disney owns it. So it's going to happen. It's just, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it all winds up playing out, you know. And probably much like the original Avengers standalones, right? It's all going to play out individually, and then there's going to be X-Men. And X-Men is the new like Avengers movie where it's everybody gets together and they all have a laugh and they save the world and have some shawarma. Need a whiny Iron Fist in the tournament too. They need to recast Iron Fist in that tournament. Still have Charlie Cox. Still have the dude that played Luke Cage. Bring back Kristen Ritter too for Jessica Jones. They were great. Give them something better to work with. Kristen Ritter especially. And they're good to go. I think they've got more stories to tell, Daredevil especially. But they left Luke Cage on a cliffhanger. And I never finished Jessica Jones Season 3 because I just could not get through it. You know the feeling like when you have a job and then you put in your 2 weeks notice, right? And then you've got 2 weeks and you got to show up because you got to get paid, make a paycheck, and you got an end date in sight, but at the same time you got the end date in sight. That's what Jessica Jones season 3 was. It's like, hey, we are contractually obligated to put out season 3. It's written. Everyone is bagged in with the contracts. They're here. Let's do it. But this thing's dead in the water. This Netflix doesn't own Marvel anymore. Let's just do it, guys. Let's just do it. Which is a real shame because season 1 was amazing, which is exactly why I'm a fan of Kristen Ritter as the character, because once she has a script that she can work with, and B, just can make it her own, she nails it. She nails it. And then you get season 3. Donut Cop stopping in saying, yo, what's up, DC? How's it going, bud? How are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. If you are at home, and hope you're enjoying the time at home. If you're out and about on the job, hope it's a good and safe one tonight, bud. Almost at the end of Daredevil 2 again. Yeah. I think I said it before, but since you and me have been talking about it, I wound up starting over again, and I am at the second to last episode of season 2. It's so much fun. I remember people, like, knocking season 2. They're like, oh yeah, the Punisher arc in the beginning is great, but then it's super boring with Elektra in the hand. I'm like, no. No. I'm going back and rewatching it. No. This is awesome. I'm completely disregarding that the Defenders, like, made the hand a freaking joke. But in season 2, they're still awesome. It's a good show. I like Elektra. I like that version of Elektra. I dig it. I buy it. I get it. And at the same time, too, I know that I still have season 3, which is better than all of them combined. So, I am quite pleased. I'm having a good amount of fun with it. Alright, no. Dang it. Come on. Get out of here. There we go. 2 days into my 8-day stretch at work. Ouch. Ouch. Well, for you, it's, what, Friday, or your Friday, Eve. So that's something, right? Good luck. Good luck. So then, what for you? What is it? It's 8 days on and what, 4 days off, 5 days off, something like that, or does it just vary from time to time, week to week? Come on. Boink. Hey, stop it. Stop it, Hulk. Stop it. Stop being the boring old Hulk. When there's a newer Hulk with a haircut and purple pants. Maybe that's one way that we can differentiate the Hulk, by the color of their pants. Red Hulk has black pants. OG Hulk has blue pants. iHulk has purple pants. Fix-It has gray pants. She-Hulk has no pants. There we go. We're on to something, everybody. We're on to something. Boink. So there's that. She-Hulk in the bag. Speaking of She-Hulk and no pants. And that's a fair joke, guys. That's a fair joke. Gwenpool has no pants, and she's written to joke about having no pants. Having no pants is in vogue, apparently. It sounds like Deadpool is making Hulks. You know, if it works, I think that's how it is with the game now. Welcome to 2021, everybody. Everything is just color-coded. We've done all the main champions. We've done second versions of the champions. Now we're just doing color variations. We got Redbeard, we got Bluebeard, we got Red Goblin, we got Green Goblin. We got black pants, we got blue pants, we got purple pants, we got no pants. Pick your poison. Something for everybody. We got Red Pool, we got X Pool, we got Gwen Pool, we got Venom Pool, we got Gold Pool, we got Platinum Pool. It's just all a wee bit silly, isn't it? Just a wee bit silly. Boink. Boink. Alright, so we're almost coming up on that 12 mil. Almost. Almost there. Not that that means anything, that means I'm almost... Well, actually, right now I'm at the halfway point, but... Still. Nice to see that we're making progress. Who knows, maybe they'll wind up making an MCOC musical. Wade and the Technicolor Deadpools. Never know, guys. Could be a hit. Earn some Tonys, you know? Did I do it? Did I do it? Come on. Oh, stop it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Why does it do no damage? No damage. That shock. Live. There we go. That works. Go. And Ultron on his inaugural arena run puts that in the books. Very cool. Very cool. Cheers, everybody. So what do y'all have coming up this weekend? Family stuff, staying at home, catching up on some to-do lists, watching some TV, setting out on merry adventures. No, I got a to-do list a mile long that I want to take a stab at. But that's just me. I have the problem where it's like, I set out and I put a to-do list, and as soon as I scratch one thing off the to-do list, 3 things take its place. It's like a Hydra. It's like, hey, I just got done this bit. I've been meaning to get that done for a long time. Oh, wait. Hold on. Now there's more. Welp. What are you gonna do? Come on. Come on. Come on. Blink. There's that and that. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Little punchy punchy, little kicky kicky. Get Corvus going. Pew pew. Also, you know what I need to put on my what I really need to look at? There's a new incursion tournament coming up. And I really, for the life of me, can't remember when that starts. That's pretty bad. Because I'm excited about it. I love those incursion tournaments. I just don't remember when it starts up off the top of my head. Whoops. But that's coming out too, so hopefully wind up getting pretty deep into the brackets there. Round 1 we did fantastically well. We went to the semifinals. Round 2 we got beat out round 1 in the most admirable fashion, so not mad about that. Just want to come back for a little bit of extra what do you call it? Just have a bit more satisfying run, I suppose. And then go from there. But I will say this, and I'll say this just speaking for me, but the incursion tournaments that the community is putting on, Swag 50 is putting together this tournament, but the fact that it's like a community run thing instead of like an officially sanctioned Kabam event, I think is wonderful. It really is the only reason why I would do incursions, and the only reason I enjoy them is for the community tournament. It's a fun mode, you know. It's cool. You can run it with friends, which is nice. Prizes at the end, I'm not super fussed about, but tournament just breathes new life into the whole thing, and that's just pretty neat. Hey, Wakanda stopping in, saying dog raid. What's up, bud? Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're doing well here. Happy Friday. Where are we at? There we go. Yeah, Wakanda just hitting the sub button. Much appreciated, bud. Much appreciated. Love the name, by the by. It looked like a fool when no one's coming in. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Hope the week has found you well. That's a big thing. We're just talking about weekend festivities. I'm going to go into the weekend thinking I'm going to get a whole bunch of stuff done, right? Like, this is going to be the weekend I tackle a big old to-do list, right?
And it's probably not going to play out that way, but I go in with good enough intentions, right? And that's half the battle. That's what I tell myself, at least. Um, yeah, but PP at the same time too, there is absolutely nothing wrong with being a raid party of one. I've done that so many times myself, and it's nice. It's nice. It's fun. And that's all part of it, right? It's just jumping in, checking out somebody else's stream. From time to time, just being introduced to new streamers entirely, right? Some of the most recent people I've subbed to on YouTube have been people that I had not been introduced to previously. I only discovered their channel by doing a raid, so yeah, I mean, I love it. I love it. So many fun and interesting and unique voices in the community. Yo, what up, Ghost Dog? Much appreciated for the raid, my friend. Happy Friday. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Happy day 2 of iHulk. If you're going for iHulk in Arena, going for him in Crystals, or just sitting this one out. Either which way. Hope it goes well. Have you noticed that every time Kabam has a boss that can poison you, they automatically add the Nano Plague BS to prevent robots? Yep. Every single time. Which is really annoying because it's not like there aren't a litany of other counters nowadays too, you know? It's like there's so many champions that are either poison immune or can shrug it off. That's like, why focus squarely on robots? Those 5 or 6 champions out of a roster of 180, right? And it's like robots nowadays have a great place to shine anymore either, right? For that exact reason. So why not just have let the robots have it? They can have that one boss a month that they can just wall up on, and that's it. Emiliano stopping in saying, hello. How's it going, bud? Hope you're doing well. Emiliano es bueno porque mi español es muy malo. Hablo un poquito, pero no sé muchas palabras y whatnot. So it's all good, bud. We're all on the same page. Pero hola y buenas noches. I speak a little Spanish, just a little bit. I speak Spanish with a horrible American accent. Like I know how I sound. That's the thing. I know how I sound. And I know that I'm just butchering the language, but working at it. I'm working at it. That's the thing though too. You should never feel bad about working towards becoming more fluent in a second language, right? More languages we can all speak, the better. Because I know for me, growing up, I had the benefit of growing up in a bilingual classroom setting for a few years, right? That was back when they were still allocating education money for bilingual education, and then someone had the great idea, like, we shouldn't do that anymore, and there it went. Which is a real shame, because in America, you really could and you really should, especially seeing as how many languages this country has. And what's the worst that could happen? Gracias, Emiliano. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Really glad that you like it. It's a lot of fun to make. It's a lot of fun to make. Let's see who I got. Modoc. Let's do these last couple there. Then it's time to get into the 5 stars. Let's do this, do this, do this. Oh, also, guys, if you go on Twitter, just completely randomly as an aside, if you go on Twitter, watch out. Mandalorian spoilers are floating about aplenty. So if you want to go in with a open mind, or at least without being spoiled, just watch out. Boink, doink, yoink. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. Yeah, Wakanda, watch out, bud. Watch out. You should. You should. And again, just in case you weren't here earlier in the chat, stream here tonight, stream tomorrow night on Saturday, and if there's a stream on Sunday, these 3 streams are going to be spoiler free. Not going to talk about the show, not even going to hint or allude at things that happen with this week's episode. But starting out on Monday, then it's going to be spoilers aplenty if it winds up coming up. So no worries here. If someone winds up spoiling something in chat, they're going to get banned permanently. You got 0 tolerance for that. But yeah, Wakanda, you should. It's fun. I liked it. It's very, very cool. Let's do this, and let's throw up Jane. I guess. This is gonna be bad. Because I'm gonna guess that hell's oh well, there we go. Crash number 2 for the evening at the hour 20 mark. So that's about what, 50 minutes later? So crash number 1 happened about 35 minutes in. Crash number 2 happened about 50 minutes after that. So, again, it's still averaging about that same 45 minutes to a T. Game just decides it doesn't want to work anymore. I love it. I love it. Thanks, guys. I mean, the nice thing is that it isn't an automatic loss, right? It's still, each time it's crashed, it puts me right back in the match to fight it over again, which is nice, because if it immediately counted as a loss, that would be maddening. But yeah. Well, Wakanda, is it something where you want to like sit down and watch like multiple episodes at a time, or a season at a time? Or just like find the time to just like turn off the phones, turn down the lights, and just like enjoy? Because if it's a season, it's like, yeah, okay, I get that. Or a few episodes at a time, I get that too. But I also very much understand being able to just like find the time to just sit down, plunk down, turn off everything, no distractions, and just get absorbed for a half hour, 40, 50 minutes, whatever it is. I mean, heck, that's what it was last night. I watched it right after it dropped at midnight. Week 1, I took a couple days, right? I couldn't see it when it dropped Friday. I didn't see it Saturday, and I only saw it Sunday night because I was like, all right, well, there are spoilers aplenty. I don't know exactly what happens yet. I know some things that happen. It's time to watch the freaking thing. So then last night I watched it as it dropped, but it's the exact same way. Everybody's asleep. Lights are down. It's quiet. Phone is off. Let's go. It's the best way to do it. Got some more 6 stars coming off a cooldown here. That's nice. I'll take that. Let's do... There we go. Everyone's got class advantage. Very nice. Boink. Boink. Alright, yeah. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, and to each their own. To each their own. See, because like for me, I'm weird, right? Like I prefer an entire season to drop at a time, so I can just sit, watch 2-3 episodes at a time, or binge the entire season in a day if I wanted to, right? I get that, just to like find out what happens next, follow along with the story, and just think about nothing else but the show for that time. But at the same time, even though it really is annoying, I suppose, to have to wait a week for the next episode to drop, part of me kind of likes it because then it has a chance to like marinate and absorb from week to week. It's like, all right, well, I get this, but what about this? And then think about that. Oh, what did you think? You can talk to people about it. I mean, you still gotta wait a week, and then you're only like spoon-fed bits and pieces, but I suppose it always depends, right? Also, it's not a spoiler. Not a spoiler. You can definitely tell that Disney realized how much of a success Mandalorian Season 1 was and how much they've greenlit the budget of Season 2. Which is cool. Which is really cool. It's the way it should be. That's the way it was with Clone Wars. It's the way it was with a number of other shows, too. I mean, if you got something that works, just make it bigger. Make it better. Clone Wars especially, though. I mean, you go back and watch, like, the movie, and then, like, Season 1, Season 2, it's like, oh, Lord. This is very rudimentary. And then you start getting to some of the mid-seasons, and then it's just like, oh, hey, you know, they're investing a little bit more in their animators. That's cool. And then you get back to the final season, and it's like, all right, they know what this is. They know the success it has, the fan following it has, and they're just like, here, you don't have carte blanche, but you may as well have carte blanche. Go and make it cool. And they did. And they did. Yeah, just keep giving Dave Filoni stuff. Keep giving Jon Favreau stuff. Taika Waititi, when he chimes in, he does very well. Keep giving them stuff. They get it. Shadow stopping in and saying, I am back to MCOC now. Well, welcome back, Shadow. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your time away. Hey, stop it. No evading. That's not cool. Boink. Got that. Awesome. Well, good to hear, Wakanda. Enjoy it when you do. Definitely enjoy it when you do. All right. Me, in the meanwhile, I'm going to slap around this Venom the Duck. This dude is just hitboxes separating me from my points. Come on. Come on. Thank you. And get out of here, dude. Please. Please. I force pushed him. I force pushed him into a KO. Did you use a Awakening Gem on the Labyrinth Ultron? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did not use it on him immediately, though. Because you get the generic once you 100%. I think I used that on Ghosts, which is actually really interesting now that I think about it. I used both the 5-star and 6-star generics on Ghost. Freaky. I mean, she's worth it, but I never stopped to think about it, so right now. But it wasn't until much later on. Like, I only woke him up, like, maybe a few months ago, something like that, when the Awakening Gems are a bit more prevalent in-game. But, yeah, I mean, he's a trophy champ. He's not very good. He's not very good. So, I mean, if you have him and you have a tech gem and you're thinking of who to use it on, go with just about anybody else. Lultron needs so much work. Like, he's a periodic annoying defender if you run into him on defense someplace, but like his whole kit is designed for a system that went out of style in game years ago. Much like how Spider-Gwen had the special one that did nothing except for just switch stances. It's like it's a nice concept. It's just solves a problem that doesn't exist anymore. So something like that. Yo, what up, Grady? How's it going, bud? Good to see ya. Girl power, right? Hashtag girl power. All I know here is that Gilly99 is going to be slapping around Colossus like it's nobody's business. So, yeah, get some. I don't want to jinx myself, but I want to see if I can do this as a flawless run. I know I'm going to jinx myself, though. Yep, there we go. So almost flawless. Still at 100%, but not flawless. So we're gonna explain a thing with this fight here in just a sec. Because yes, Doom is metal. However, why am I not magnetized? Well, that's just actually really simple. I can just explain that right now because this fight's over. It's because I parried him at the start and because Magneto's magnetism doesn't start until a second or two into the fight. If you start the fight off with a parry and you've got Pacify active, I've got 3 points in Pacify, That just means that when an opponent is stunned, they've got a 30% reduced ability accuracy, and since magnetism is an ability accuracy, I essentially prevented it from triggering. So that actually worked out quite nicely. Quite nicely. Powerpuff Girls, and the Rowdy Rough Boys. Classic. I haven't seen the newest reboot though. Wonder if that's any good. Who's a harder opponent in your opinion, Fury or Korg? Fury. The only thing hard about Korg, no pun intended, are the rock stack damage. Otherwise, he's just a really boring, straightforward champ. Fury, on the other hand, you really gotta time your attacks because you don't want to push him over too many of his buffs because then he goes unblockable and his special one is almost impossible to dex. Especially if he's in his second phase, that's just going to be a bad time. Plus the fact that he has the second phase in the first place, so it's just like, hey, I finished this fight. Oh wait, no I didn't. It just prolongs the inevitable. Especially if you run into him in arena, it's just like, just go away. Go away. I should get double the points. I KO'd you twice. The thing is, though, guys, with that, with Pacify there, it is a 30% trigger, so it works out fairly reliably some of the time. Occasionally, even most of the time, but not every time. So just be aware of that. Would you rank 3 a 6-star Korg? I don't really have any good skilled 6-star champions. No, I wouldn't, because Korg is not great on offense. Like if you take him questing or in any endgame content, his damage output isn't super spicy. Unless the only reason I would take him up to a rank 3 is to put him on defense for Alliance War, which you probably want him getting a couple KOs. Sure, it's just that you would never get a chance to play him because he's constantly on Alliance War defense. And then even still, that's kind of a toss-up just because he's been in game for a while. People have figured out ways to work around him, and nah. If you are absolutely 100% desperate, super desperate for a rank up, sure. Otherwise, there are so many other interesting skill champs to pull later on that you'll just be happy that you waited. Come on, man. Special me. Please. Please. What is this? You know what? I could probably just KO you as it is. Yeah. Hey, Panther's back. iPad finally charged. Very cool. Well, welcome back. Just put up just a few points. Just a few. So how is Airwalker not Incinerate immune? Well, you see, because heat rises, and because since he's floating off the ground, it means he's still susceptible. I don't know. It took 5 years for Ghost Rider to become Incinerate immune. Let's just see how it goes, shall we? Alright, come on, dude. Special me. Thank you. Boink. There we go. That worked out. He's got giant fire wings. You would think. Why is Iceman not Cold Snap immune? These are the real questions plaguing the community. They need immediate answers. The people want to know. Hashtag buff Airwalker 2021. Who was my first rank 3 6-star? I think that honor went to Thor Ragnarok. Pretty sure. Because I desperately needed the prestige. Was not happy about it at the time. Was not happy about it. Happy about it now because since I took him up, I actually have had the chance to play him, and he's surprisingly a lot of fun. I mean, I don't think you're going to be choosing your Thor Ragnarok over Aegon for questing most times, but when you do, he's just so much fun. Pairs very nicely to Captain America Infinity War, too. Second choice, or second rank 3, I think, I gotta go back and look. I think it was Stealth Spidey with Elsa shortly after. Captain Marvel movie was up there, and then Ghost was up there as well. Doom came later, much later. Storm Pyramid X just recently came up, and Torch just recently came up. But yeah, Kabam Gods so graciously gifted me 3 skill tier 5 CC from the get-go, which sucks. I am stoked with the champions I took up, and in retrospect, in that regard, I am very, very thankful to have 3 skill tier 5 CC. However, I have no skill Sig Stones anymore, and I've got 3, soon to be 4 skill rank 3 champions that very, very much need them. Boink. Stop it, dude. Dude just did not want to parry. Ricochet stopping in and saying, "Evening, Robert." Folks, what up, Ricochet? Happy Friday, bud. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well here this fine evening. Just in time to watch me get rinsed by that Warlock for no good reason. I love when things fail for no good apparent reason. Fun times. Let's not put Ghost against Ebony Maw. Glad I was paying enough attention to notice that. That would not have been good. Not impossible, just extremely difficult. Boink. This one, on the other hand, much, much more straightforward. Just reparry, heavy. Reparry, heavy. Lather, rinse, repeat, and bye-bye, Maw. Thanks for playing. Come on. There's that. There's that. There's that. And he lives. If they add Jessica Jones to the game, she should have Sarcasm as a passive ability like Domino. Triggers whenever a champ speaks during a fight like Doom and MODOK. That would actually be really cool. I would love that. That would be such a fun mechanic. That would be such a fun mechanic. Oh, dude, that would be so much fun. Kind of like Sparky with his smack talk. It just actually has a trigger instead of being just text. do this. That would be so cool. Rob, how would you feel if you get 5-star Immortal Hulk? I would be absolutely shocked. Like for round 1, I would be absolutely shocked. He's not gonna go that low. Like again, I fully anticipate him going for high 40s both rounds, even with all of the bad press that he's been getting. But we'll see. We shall see. Boink. But wouldn't that be something? I would flip. That'd be so cool. I was gonna say, a Ghost is very weird when she starts to fight with her phase. I just don't like it for some reason. It's different, and it takes a lot of getting used to. I would say the most annoying and the hardest thing about that is to unlearn that. So like you play Ghost, you play Ghost, you play Ghost, and you finally get used to it, and you're like, okay, well, yeah, I'm phasing at the start. I need to just let people hit me and then, figure it out and go on from there. Hardest thing is to use somebody else after Ghost and realize, oh wait, I'm not Ghost. I shouldn't just take the damage right here and get punched in the face. That might not be a good idea. Thing with iHulk is that we'll have to wind up seeing if he gets a second buff at some point. They did rework his numbers again right before launch. His rage timer is longer and is paused during opponent specials, which is very nice, but his numbers are still fairly underwhelming overall, I think. So, we'll see if he gets some love. Probably not in the short term, but hopefully, because me personally, I love his animation. I think it's the first Hulk character in game that actually feels like a Hulk, as opposed to just some big dude. Let's do this and do this and do this. And stretch the neck. No. Punchy, punchy, punchy. Kicky, kicky, kicky. Do a little bit more of that right here. Now let's just get this guy down with incinerates. And just cheese him. Just melt him, just cheese him. And boink. Boink. Come on. Come on, Sparkles. And get out of here. Beautiful. Alrighty, guys. It is unfortunately about that time of the evening. Time to start wrapping things up and thinking about calling it a night. Before I do, though, I want to do one more round. It's the 5-minute warning, as I like to call it. Before I do, though, I'm just going to be going through some of the shameless plugs here, so bear with me for a moment. If the game decides it wants to play, actually, it's Frozen. That's fun. Nice. Ending the stream on a Frozen game. Love it. That is reset number 3 for the evening. GG game. GG. Well, I suppose while I'm doing that, I could just shameless plug away. So I will be back tomorrow night, presumably. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Same, same place. Going to be going for the last round or the last night, I should say, of the featured iHulk arena. Should be pretty well set there on points, but just putting a little bit extra on top just for padding, just to be on the safe side. So, hope to catch you guys then. Potentially may have one Sunday night as well, but we'll see. Jury's still out on that. Stay tuned. I always wind up posting a preview on YouTube of, several hours before it goes live. So if you see it, awesome. Hope to catch you then. If not, then I'll see you guys on Monday. If you haven't already, if I could kindly get you guys to like and subscribe to the channel. All that stuff helps me out immensely, boosts the analytics on YouTube's end of the stick, which is very good for me and very good for the channel. Help build it up, help it grow. It's all very much appreciated. Also, while you're at it, if you could ring the notification bell at the top of the page, stay on top of videos as they drop. I got some cool stuff coming out next week, some gameplay, some rank up stuff, a couple of crystal openings, some fun stuff too. So, catch you guys then. Meantime, though, I just gotta keep punching away at Gilly 99 here. And punch. Gilly's so annoying in arenas. Just because she always goes invisible at the least opportune times. But that worked out because Void. Oh, okay, so chat, before we, well, I got one more fight. To be honest, iBomb looks cool. Yeah, he looks cool, and his kit looks cool, so I hope he winds up playing well. I hope that, you know, once he's actually in hand, he handles as cool as he seems. That'd be really nice, but we'll see. We could raid BG. You can stop in, say howdy. BG is a busy fellow, though. I have not had the pleasure of seeing him react to a raid yet, so could still stop in and say hey. Panther asking, do I have Among Us? I've played Among Us, yes. Let's see about getting one of those games going one of these nights here too. But there we go, guys. See if the game comes back or if it's just because I put it down that it's angry. Alright, so here's what we're going to wind up doing. For anybody who wants to stop in and say hey to BG, got the link right there. Try again with the Rob Von raid. I should be popping in saying howdy quick, going from there. But that's it. That's a wrap, guys. Nigel, big howdy. Yes, I saw that Spider-Ham and the new Scarlet Witch are coming out next month. That'll be pretty cool, pretty exciting, and hopefully we'll see what their kit winds up being before long. But that's going to do me for tonight, everybody. I want to say a big thank you for hanging out here the last couple hours. So it was a pleasure getting to chat with you guys, and is very much the highlight of doing these live streams. So cheers, kudos to you guys. Until next time, everybody, take care, talk soon, stay safe, and be well all. Bye for now.